Welcome to No Filter Auto, where we don't just talk about the future, we question its very foundation. Today, we are discussing a paradox, an impossibility, made inevitable. A vehicle that would represent the ultimate concession and the ultimate defiance, all at once. Ferrari has built an SUV. The next logical, terrifying step is an all-electric Ferrari SUV. This is not a review. This is a thought experiment in red. What would a Ferrari Purosangue EV actually be? First, forget the shape of the current Purosangue. An EV version would be a complete reinvention. The need for a massive front grille to cool a V12 is gone. The hood could slope lower. The cab-forward design could be even more extreme, maximizing cabin space within the wheelbase. It would be a sculpture of efficiency, a Lamborghini Urus reshaped by the wind and baptized in Maranello. But it would still, unmistakably, have to look like a Ferrari. The emotion would have to come from form alone, not from the promise of thunder behind it. Open the door. The interior would face Ferrari's greatest challenge, replacing theater with technology. The current Purosangue's stunning, driver-focused cockpit would devolve into a digital temple. But a Ferrari cannot have a silent startup. The ritual is everything. Would there be a synthesized ignition sequence of lights and sounds? A customizable digital roar that builds with the accelerator? The cabin would have to become an immersive, multi-sensory experience to compensate for the missing mechanical soul. It would need to be a calm sanctuary that can, at the touch of a Manettino, transform into a roaring, simulated Colosseum. Now, the performance. This is where Ferrari must absolutely dominate. The numbers would need to be ludicrous to justify the prancing horse badge. We are talking about a tri-motor or quad-motor setup, with torque vectoring of unimaginable precision. Horsepower would target 1,000 or more. 0 to 60 miles per hour would need to be deep into the 2-second range, making it one of the fastest accelerating production vehicles on the planet, period. But speed is not the point. Feeling is the point. Ferrari's engineering task would be to create an electric vehicle that doesn't feel numb. The steering would need to be alive with feedback, not just precision. The brake pedal would need progressive, tactile feel, despite heavy regeneration. The software would need to simulate the inertia, the weight transfer, the drama of a combustion supercar. It would be the greatest acting job in automotive history. So, who would it fight? It would have no direct competitor. It would sit above the Lotus Eletre and Audi RS e-tron GT in sheer performance theater. It would stare across the canyon at the Tesla Model X Plaid, not as a rival in tech, but as a rival in redefining what an electric family vehicle can do. Its true competition would be disbelief. It would fight the very idea that a silent, electric, high-riding vehicle could deliver the emotional intensity of a Ferrari. The Ferrari Purosangue EV is the final frontier. It is the test of whether the soul of a car is in its engine, or in the intention of its engineers. It would be the ultimate proof that Ferrari believes emotion can be engineered, synthesized, and coded, that passion is a formula, not just a combustion event. It wouldn't be a car. It would be the most expensive, most complex question Ferrari has ever asked its customers. Do you still believe in magic if we tell you how the trick is done? This is No Filter Auto. Could an all-electric Ferrari SUV ever be a true Ferrari, or would it be the final surrender to a soulless foot?